and forth about,
This week, I would say
this challenge looks at all the mental.
I'm excited about it and really feel like it's certainly going to be motivating.
So this all started initially because I have tried for years and years to get into shape, to lose weight, and it wasn't until actually now 2 years ago that I was able to lose the desired weight that I wanted. And so I got down to about lost 31 pounds and was in the best shape of my life. My physique was coming together. Everything was in place. So I thought, why not try to compete for bikini competition? Why not become an athlete in this sport? 1 month into prepping for the competition, the coronavirus pandemic hit. And as you all know, all the gyms closed. We didn't have access to our trainer, Renee Pillow. I kept up my physique for maybe 2 months into the pandemic before I started to become discouraged, started to notice pounds creeping back on, started to develop a nasty binge eating habit that I knew for sure was gonna not allow me to continue in that same physique. So now that we're starting to return to halfway normal, I really wanted to focus in on what I believe wholeheartedly helps sustain health and fitness, and that is your mindset. So you hear a lot of trainers talk about get your mind right. And being that that's the field that I serve in as a psychotherapist, I felt like what a great way to focus a challenge, not really with any fitness programs, not with any clean eating programs, but strictly how we keep our mindset in a state where we feel like this fit life doesn't have to be as mentally challenging.
What could I say? Well, my fit journey began about 5-6 years ago. By trade, my profession is a registered nurse and licensed hairstylist. I was fastly approaching age 50. Woo woo. So I had to make some lifestyle changes and decisions on, seeing different patients and not wanting to be a patient myself.
This challenge looks at all the mental aspects that goes into being physically fit. So I'm going to attempt to capture this part of my fitness journey. My goal is to get stronger each and every day. So here goes.
And I have been with Fit since 2007. A little bit about me. Back in 2007, I was very much overweight and didn't really recognize who I was in the mirror. So it was time for a change. And a dear good friend of mine, she's like my aunt, she said, "Hey, have you ever heard of Renee?" And I'm like, "No." So I called Renee and went over, and that was pretty much all she wrote. I started training with Renee in 2007, and there were some ladies that were training for a figure competition. And I decided I wanted to go and support them in their first show. Boy, was I intrigued once I saw them compete. I thought, wow, that's amazing. You know, art, how if, you know, you can make the body look like that, you know, it was amazing, and I wanted all parts of that. So I told Renee, hey, I want to train to compete. And so in 2008, I did my first show. Long story short, I have done about 5 shows from 2008 till 2012. It was the last time I was on stage. I did place in each show, but I never got to where I wanted to be. I never reached my personal goal. And so for me, this Me Versus Me challenge is certainly about proving to myself what I can do and what I can do with the body. So I am super excited that I get to share this journey with you. There will absolutely be good days and there will absolutely be bad days. But nonetheless, we're gonna keep it moving because consistency is key. I know that hands down because here recently, or the past several months, I have not prioritized me in terms of working out, in terms of just self-care in general. So it's very important, I think, to share a little bit about that along the way in terms of mentally, you know, where your mind can be at different points and times, you know, throughout your training and weight loss journey. So I'm definitely going to share all of that. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you all and about your personal struggles. And we're going to be in this all together, right? So let's go.
We set realistic goals for ourselves. We know how to deal with disappointment more regularly. And so knowing that I have a wedding renewal coming up here soon, I wanted to start this challenge for myself, taking myself on a 20-week weight loss where I'm looking to lose between 0.5 to 1.5 pounds a week, which is very realistic. Instead of setting too big of a goal for myself, I really am just focused on losing a pound a week so that I can build back up muscle and have more sustainable weight loss.
I'm excited to see how much more my body can do and is willing to do. This challenge is an everyday challenge, especially in the mind, so requires a lot of focus, requires a lot of how bad do you want it. So for me, I'm just wanting to see how much my body can push. Got a lot of work to do still, but I'm excited.
Happy Saturday, everyone. I started my day at the studio doing strength training. I just completed 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, so I'm feeling pretty good. I beat myself up a little bit last night over my diet, but that was yesterday. Today is a new day, so I'm hoping that I'm able to check all of my boxes. So here goes.
You know, similar to what I would work out if I were, you know, training with Renee or you know, some of the other trainers, and, you know, pushing myself. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now, is just that consistency as I, you know, work out at my gym at home. We've, you know, Bryant has done a great job of, you know, getting our gym floor down, and we've gotten, you know, a lot of different equipment and all that stuff. So there's really no excuse. So it's just make it happen. And so that is my focus. So for, like I said, this past week was pretty good.
So here I am, and upon mentioning the Me Versus Me challenge to a few of my accountability partners, quite naturally they wanted to join in as well. So what you will hear from us during our different videos or during different episodes that we come to you, you'll hear about our mental challenges with staying healthy, staying fit, with working out, with clean eating. We are all about showing you how our minds work and process through each level or each phase of this program. So if you are interested, please go to our website, fluffytofit.us, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, you will get a weekly episode of highlighting how we're moving from fluffy to fit, highlighting the different challenges mentally that we're having, highlighting the different meals that we're having, and the motivation that it takes us to keep going. So if you are in a place where you know that you want to get down realistically to the weight that you desire for your body, join us, because we're going to lose right along with you. I encourage you to join us and have fun with this and create a more sustainable, fit lifestyle for yourself.
So I decided to take control of my life and try to get this thing right together, So the Me versus Me challenge, for me, it is something that is going to hold me even more accountable. I thank God for my accountability partners that I currently do have.
I sometimes get busy and forget to eat, and so today was one of those days I really struggled with stopping to eat, but I ended up having a pretty good dinner, so feel good overall about that. I know I need to do better. I had a great workout this morning. I had a gallon of water today, so was able to check all of my boxes. I am going to finish ordering my groceries for the week, and then I am going to call it a night. I am scheduled to do the 6 a.m. strength training class with Fit with Renee. So
I am 41. I'll be 42 in August. And I am an IT global program manager for a pharmaceutical company here in the city. And so for me, in terms of my specific goals for the Me versus Me challenge, well, as you can see, I've got some jiggles here, right? And certainly want to go from fluffy to fit, because I do feel a little fluffy right now. I'm missing my abs. They're in there somewhere, but there's all this extra stuff there. I've always had a signature posterior end. So I want to firm and tone that up a little bit. And I don't know if you guys know, but like after glute and hamstring tie-in, there's this heart. I want the heart. I want to get the heart. And it's a lot of work to get that, but that's a goal of mine during this time. And then, just to get back to looking like I work out. Generally, my upper body comes in really well when I'm consistent. Arms are great, but that lower body, boy, I got some work to do. So goals are to tone, certainly drop some extra weight. I want to lose about 20 more pounds. That will put me at a comfortable, more maintainable weight that I desire. And yeah, so we'll go from there.
Excited to check in this morning, because although yesterday wasn't the greatest day, I did manage to kind of stay within my eating goal. However, I had a little bit more carbs than I wanted to be able to process. So I'm excited about that, but I'm also excited because I did take some pictures of myself for a date night with my husband, and I have really picked up some thickness, and was sort of embarrassed about it, but then I kind of decided to post it, and mostly because I feel like it's good for myself to see where I really am at, and stop trying to hide from myself. So I did that yesterday, and I felt a little bit of embarrassment, a tinge of feeling myself. But again, I know when I get into those types of thoughts, it only makes things worse for me, and I stress out. So I said that I wasn't going to do that, and I didn't. I enjoyed my date night with my husband. I feel all the better today. So now I am heading over to my accountability partner's house to get my hair done, and sit down and kind of talk with her, you know, through some of the struggles that she may have gone through this first week. So I'm really excited about that. And after we talk, we are going to do a quick arm workout since neither of us was able to get in with our trainer today. Overall, our group has been feeling kind of back and forth about, you know, where they're at psychologically in this process, but it is the first week, so that is to be expected, and I'm just excited that they're willing to share that openly, honestly, and continue on with the journey nonetheless.
Alright, we are here to check in on Miss Alyssa. Get us a good workout in. I didn't even have to knock. Of course I'm always recording now.
Don't get me though.
I'll get your clothes. How about that?
How you been doing the first week of the challenge? What you found most difficult, really?
Okay.
So I'll start by asking you. So I know that for me this week, the challenge was tough just because, you know, our biggest issue is the eating. And my biggest issue sometimes is just seeing where I'm at versus where I was, and how sometimes my thoughts start to trip me up and make me feel like I'm failing, and so I regress even more. How do you feel like you did this week?
This week, I would say, was mentally and probably a lot of emotions, only because I'm typically, as I would say, is I plan my meals. But because of the Easter holiday, I didn't prepare, thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. Then I ended up getting my COVID shot on Saturday, and I think that kind of played a lot of emotional, I was kind of on the emotional roller coaster with that too. And then I was really, I won't say lethargic, but really, really tired, like the first few days. So not having prepared food and feeling like anticipation that I may get sick from the COVID shot played a lot in my emotions. Although I was working out, I didn't feel like I was putting healthy food choices in my body. So that kind of played a lot with my emotions. I felt like I was on an emotional roller coaster with that.
I noticed at one point, because you and I do a lot of texting, so, especially when I'm going through my moments, that you had said that you had just kind of felt like giving up and not even kind of going through it. What was that like for you?
When I would, I think the food choices, and then looking in the mirror saying, you know, I did all this hard work for my photo shoot, and now I'm kind of going backwards. Not that I've gained any weight or anything like that, but I can see that my body is not as firm, tight, and fit. And I felt like a failure because I'm like, I did all this work, and here I am sabotaging all this work that I've done. So I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm fit to. I don't think mentally that this week made me feel like mentally I couldn't do it. Like I digressed too much. Like so. Like, can I really do this? And I'm like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. But I'm like, at the same time, like, it's hard. It's really, really hard.
What did you do to kind of not give up on yourself? What were some things that you did that just kind of kept you in the flow and just saying, you know, I'm not going to give in?
I think I kind of went through that pity party. And then, like you said, you and I text a lot. And it's kind of like, you know what? One breath I'm saying I can't do it, but then next breath I'm kind of, because I'm that type of personality that like I'm not gonna be defeated. So if I say I'm gonna do something, I want her to feel that. So I kind of get in my own head and say, you know what, I might physically be feeling like I can't do it, but mentally I know I can. I just need to kind of get my mind right.
And you have a desire that just kind of just keeps pushing through.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And then I'll catch myself saying, "Listen, get your mind right. Get your mind right," because when you're going through it in the moment, it's like, you know, words are twirling in my head. Like I can't do this. I can't do this. But then get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. And then just kind of pull myself on up.
Yeah. So this week was our first week, and our fitness goal was getting clear on your motive, getting clear on your why. How did that help or hinder you in progressing towards this week? What that, your why is.
I think my unpreparedness made me really realize that in order to be successful and to meet, I don't know exactly what my ultimate goal is. I think it's just kind of really my ultimate goal is to compete. So, really thinking about that, understanding what that really means, and can I really do it? Like, am I capable of doing that? Was kind of like my focus. I think me realizing that not being prepared pushes me further from that goal. So that was a lot on my mind, and that's where I found myself thinking, I can't do this. I can't do it. But I do realize that it requires a lot of being prepared.
Yeah.
So,
So one thing that I want to encourage you that I think has helped me is, although I'm not at the body composition that I want to be at, I'm starting to learn to take pleasure in the imperfections. Yesterday, you and I had class together with Renee, and I've been shying away from showing myself. You know that I cover up, wear sweaters, I wear, you know, clothes that just are big. But yesterday in class, I actually found myself getting more comfortable, which I probably looked crazy.
No.
Because I took my shirt halfway off and I allowed my skirt to be on with just the belt. And so I'm finding that every class I'm learning to be okay with being imperfect. And the more I grapple with that, the more I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. Now I can move forward. So hopefully, maybe we can take that into this week and set another goal for ourselves. So, you're such an amazing accountability partner.
That's good for me.
I'm excited about it and really feel like it's certainly going to be motivating. Because I think about, have been on this journey in terms of fitness for quite some time and have kind of had this up and down thing going on. And so I thought back to when I started competing and I thought about my mental state at that point. I was just really focused and just kind of tired of being overweight and not, fit.
Good morning, all. I started my day with Fit with Renee. doing a strength training class. I rounded my workout out by doing 30 minutes on the Stairmaster at the YMCA. I'm a little winded and a little tired, but I feel like I'm off to a great start. Let's see what the rest of the day has in store for me. Me versus me. Let's go.
Guess what? The movement is here. Let's go.